Hey Rangers, today we have the Ironman Mark 45 and oh look at him, he's so pretty. So first of all we notice that on the faceplate is kind of the lines coming down and there's kind of a glitter in his kind of helmet. On the side of his cheek is silver, kind of like where it is, and oh it just looks really cool. I like the red kind of metallic paint that you can see just there. The lines all match up on that side, and as we can see here the lines are there and gives a really metallic. You can see that there are lines on his kind of his neck as we move up and down. His head moves quite freely and he just looks really like I'm going to actually like destroy Ultron. We can see here that we have like kind of like the gold parts to his chest and the kind of the really nice, the simple, just the strokes, the way it's been sculpted is absolutely beautiful. We know that this here moves up and that moves up as well. Now one thing in the instructions says for more articulation, you can basically pull his arms out and you get more kind of a blast type of thing. So I think that one's all the way done, so we can get more articulation out that way, and then when we're finished pop it back in just like so, and it clicks into place. I really like the fact that you can see just inside there where it's like the kind of where the metal and the kind of like the gears would be inside him. So here we go, we have the arc reactor right here, and you can see it's just there underneath. Like the amount of detail that they've put in to actually make it look like its actual suit is just fantastic. Here we have like the kind of like dent of metal, and then just there as well. Even like the really like small parts, you can see they've really gone to town on it. When we look at his arm and we kind of like move it up, we notice that here we see there's more like kind of carvings into it where they've sculpted it, and the same thing there, including even on the joints. There's little lines that actually really bring this figure to life. As we see like on his torso here, this looks fantastic. I know I keep saying it, but like even like the little metal rivets that go in to actually make Tony be able to kind of like move faster and faster. And then again you've got stuff. Now if we try and bring him back a little bit, not too much because you don't want to break it, you can see just here that they've put more detail, not left it out or kind of like left it blank, but they've sculpted it straight in, including like say the arms, the hands when they move like so. Obviously you get quite a bit, and I'm guessing that is part of the hand, so it'll probably stick to it. Same thing is if we look here, again it has a really nice metallic shine to it. Okay, because there's quite a lot of detail on the legs, before we move to the feet, I just want to show you here. Again, you've got more carvings just there, and I really like that part. I don't know why, it just looks really nice. It looks really cool, let's just say that. Iron Man's a really cool character. And again, you've got the more design there. It's kind of like the lines and carved straight in, so it's different, not just a plain material. You can see here that the kneecaps will all come out pretty much like similar to the first one, the Mark 43 I think it was the last one we did, and then or the 44, and then again you've got the small little hole there where the joints are, and then even like they've gone to town just actually proving where the rivets where it goes in and stuff like that. Here we see there's more lines, and wow, just wow on this one. Now I'll move down to kind of his feet, and the feet are die-cast metal, which wow, let's just say that it's very similar to the original one, the Mark 43. We see there's more lines coming down here, and then the gold, and it's actually all kind of glittery gold, like sparkles, and it looks really fantastic. Here we have the legs, like the feet, they move, and it kind of gives it a really good base. Now I like the fact that this happens because most figures will fall over, and this kind of has a kind of base to it, like a kind of a big feel. Let's say, you know, it won't fall over as hard. We can see that just on there, you see that there is the kind of like more detail where it's silver, so they've really gone down. They're not like left it red. As I said previously, they've really made sure that this is a figure that you want to play with, as well as kind of brings to life and fight off Ultron. So again, we have that small hole where the feet will actually be kind of like just like that, so it will kind of move and kind of bend. So if you have like a display for him, he will definitely stand out. Here again you have like kind of a cuff. Now I don't really like it that much. I kind of wish it was all one piece rather than like this little piece here, but I guess it gives it character to the figure. I'm always really impressed with the way that these figures are, like just the back. Iron Man is possibly my favorite one that has a lot of detail on his back. So we see that here is that kind of spine that runs down, especially just here, and again you've got gold and metal parts, and you can feel like there's actually, they've put muscle definition in, so when looking at it you can see it's not just like a plate that's just kind of blank. We see that there's kind of more gold parts that link into the costume, into the actual suit, and then these kind of holes which give out kind of air, so to keep him quite cool. And I kind of wish that these pop out so you can actually get the kind of blast that he does within the film. So down here you've got more kind of on the elbows, the kind of more silver metal parts, and again here kind of carved straight in. So we can see that the spine kind of keeps going down towards here, and then you've got kind of lines that are going in and out right there. When it comes down to his butt cheeks, you've got kind of here, you've got little metal clasps there, which maybe he just wanted to be like, hey guys, look at my bum, it looks awesome. But I really like the detail and the fine work that they've put into his arms, as well as like just kind of around by his back. As you can see, it's like metallic shiny, so you can see my kind of finger reflection, which kind of brings it more to life. So as we move down here, we can see that here are the kind of the metal parts within his legs, which obviously make him be able to move. And then we move down here, we got the lines, which just look really cool, a really nice part to it, and then the little metal part here and here. It's quite smooth. I actually thought they put some detail, but I'm guessing when they designed the suit in the film, he didn't actually have any much detail. I think there's one little line here and one line little there. Kind of right at the back, this is really nice here. You got the little parts of metal, and it just kind of gives the figure a lot more kind of detail, and it just stands here, so lines, and it's sculpted. And then when it comes to the feet, it actually looks really nice and kind of like feels like a proper Iron Man suit. I don't know why, but it's kind of like, rather than plain, they've actually taken the time. And even at the very bottom, if you can see it just there, you have the kind of like black lines that, again, I probably would never have noticed when watching the film on the suit. So they really paid attention to it. So with Iron Man, you get quite a few accessories. You get the kind of like the blast parts for his hands and his feet, as well as the hands, where you can actually place on these sort of different effects. So with something like that would go straight onto his hand, where something, and that as well, where something like this one would possibly go straight into his feet, so he can fly about and look like he's flying. We move the arms again, we know that they pop out to kind of give more articulation. I think they automatically come out anyway, so you don't have to pull them out. And again, the torso is absolutely fine. Again, you can get some really unique poses, and especially like they've made it so there's lines, so you can see a little bit into the figure. It would be cool if they made it skin inside, to give that generic feel of like Tony's inside, or black, so they're wearing a suit, or his clothes, whatever. So he moves around. The arms move up and down, and again, like that one. This one moves a lot smoother. It's because I haven't pulled it out, that's why. So yeah, you do pull it out and you do get more articulation. Again, this one feels a lot more easier to move around, I'm guessing because it's just easier on the ball joint. The head moves up and down just like so, so you can have it in any sort of pose that you want that way. So there we go, Rangers, there is Iron Man Mark 45, and oh my god, this looks absolutely fantastic. I love the figure a lot. I actually really like any of the Iron Man range because they just look absolutely fantastic. So let me know down below what you think about him. Do you like him? Do you not? Would you get him? Yes or no? Let me know down below. If you've liked this video, like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yada Games and all that lovely goodness. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.